Police work in the 1930s meant pounding a beat and the pride of a once-a-year parade. Bank robberies, kidnappings, and murder were the big crimes. But unless you happened to be an eyewitness, crime was something you saw in newsreels, read about in papers, or heard of over the radio. Many people actually thought of these cold-blooded criminals as heroes, men like John Dillinger, and kidnappers Walter McGee and Tough Roger Toohey. And when a criminal was slammed into the big house, the rest of us knew we were safe from these public enemies. Then crime grew up, out of the headlines and onto the streets. Being a cop meant, more than ever, putting your life on the line. In 1972, in Newhall, California, an army of police cornered 2 cop killers in a mountaintop house. To lawmen, this is the most heinous crime of all, and they traded shots for hours before taking the men. This is the kind of reality movie companies strive for today. In San Francisco, they're making Magnum Force, a new film about one law enforcer who has captured the attention of audiences all over the world. His style, his hard-nosed solutions to his problems made his name a household word. He's played by Clint Eastwood, and his name is Harry Callahan. The things that happened to Harry bear a striking resemblance to the recent patterns of crime in America. Hold-up men have been terrorizing hostages in stores as a threat to police. In New York, cops had to close off the neighborhoods before going in and shooting it out with hoods.
They could come back.
A store in San Francisco becomes a setting for Clint Eastwood and director Ted Post to recreate this same kind of explosive situation on film.
On the other side, you see.
And where's he going to be? He's somewhere in here.
He's right in here watching. He's watching it all right from here.
Well, you know, just try to simulate that afterwards. Boom. So, okay? This is your place.
We're just a little bit this way.
Right smack in the center.
Right in the lens, a little higher up.
Keep the movement up there, you know. Just stand there.
Okay, ready?
And action!
How's it going?
By the magazine rack. The owner remembers seeing him just before the last robbery.
The scene is a stakeout, and Inspector Harry Callahan will post his men behind a two-way mirror while waiting for a team of hold-up men to hit the store again.
You go set off no alarms. Get on your knees! How's that? Good. Got it.
Thurmond and Holmes, confessed killers of Brookhart, have been lynched. An angry mob swept...
Sometimes, in the name of law enforcement, people become vigilantes and deal out their own punishment. In 1935, citizens of California lynched 2 kidnappers.
In press statements, Governor Rolfe condones the lynching. To the newsreels, he says...
People of California are peaceable and law-abiding citizens. It's no wonder that they were so aroused at the kidnapping and the murdering of this young man that they momentarily forgot themselves and was determined to give notice to the world that kidnapping would not be tolerated in this state.
100 years ago in this city, people did the same thing. History justified the vigilantes. We're no different.
The film reflects on the same dilemma many policemen face today. Hal Holbrook is a colleague who equates this kind of solution with law enforcement.
Pretty soon you start executing people for jaywalking and executing people for traffic violations.
In the 1930s, J. Edgar Hoover, the tough director of the FBI, set the pattern for modern police work, training his G-men as specialists. They became experts on every phase of law enforcement, from fingerprinting to rapid-fire weapons to handling bombs. Like Hoover, Harry Callahan's commitment to his work is the whole meaning of his life. With director Ted Post, Eastwood now stages a key scene in his new film. Harry makes an immediate decision when faced with a situation that could cost lives.
Hey, what's going on down here?
Taking the mailbox apart. What does it look like?
Did you lose your key?
Why don't you mind your own business?
That's my mailbox, too. Don't you get smart with me. I'm calling the police.
I am the police.
What's that?
Plastic explosive.
A bomb?
That's right. If you'd have bothered me anymore, we'd all be stuck to the ceiling now. Here, would you like to hold it?
No. I don't want to get involved.
In his first film, Harry stretched the law to bring criminals in. Now, with Hal Holbrook, Eastwood prepares to film the moment when Harry discovers others who bend the law within the department. Realizing the danger of these tactics, he sets himself up as a target for cops who operate as a vigilante force. He is determined to bring them in. The chase will take the company all over the streets and docks of San Francisco. Police work has undergone tremendous change. New techniques, new weapons, new kinds of men. Yet, in the end, it is the individual cop who is the overseer of law and order. The tough, honest cop, like Harry Callahan in Magnum Force.